Applied Pharmaceutical Innovation is a not-for-profit institute, and what we do is we provide the translational science that's needed for life science companies, both ones that are spinning out of research here in the province, as well as attracting industry here from other jurisdictions. So Applied Pharmaceutical Innovation helps the life sciences sector here in Alberta in a number of different ways. One of the ways is access to niche capabilities that you need when it comes to translating a piece of intellectual property. So companies are looking for the ability for companies to do preclinical work, the ability for them to do some of the niche type research activities that will help them move that intellectual property forward. And then on top of that, they like to do it in an environment where they can build capacity and scale. And so that's what API does. In terms of what we do working with companies, we tend to take postdocs and trainees from the university system, put them on industry projects along with world experts, and project manage them in a way that basically produces a commercial R&D team for companies that are looking to grow here. As the companies de-risk and continue to scale their innovations, they're able to hire out the grads that are working for them through API, and that's a big benefit for them as they continue to grow. So not only are they able to access a niche service, but they also have the potential to turn that into a long-term team. The life sciences sector here in Alberta has tremendous potential, and there's been a lot of success from research that's spun out of our post-secondary institutions. And we continue to show that Alberta is unique, not only because we have great research that's coming out of our post-secondary institutions, but we also have a phenomenal environment for companies to grow here. Alberta really needs to focus on areas where we have existing strengths and where we can drive large-scale economic impact. And the life sciences sector has that in droves. I think we've started to get a lot of the pieces in place that will make this a true center of our economy. So you have large multinational companies that make very, very large capital investments, building manufacturing facilities, investing in R&D. You have a healthy ecosystem of SMEs that are doing exploratory work with various different drugs. And then you have a wide-ranging supply industry providing everything from the materials that go into the preclinical work or serving in the manufacture of some of these drugs. There's also an advantage to Alberta when it comes to the life sciences industry in that this is a growing industry and it's not something that's overheated. So if you go to a center like San Diego, your employees are switching jobs every year or two because they're hopping from company to company. Whereas here we have a number of very strong anchor companies like Gilead and others, and we have a lot of ability for companies to attract and retain talent in the long run. The other big advantage that we have here in Alberta is the cost of setting up production facilities. We have a lot of warehouse stock that is low price. We have close access to airports. We have a tremendous amount of education in our post-secondary systems. And all of these come together to make it a really strong case for companies in the life sciences. We're not one of those regions that you'd find where there's a huge cluster immediately sitting here, but we do have a lot of the pieces in place that we could become very easily comparable to a Bern, Switzerland, or a New Jersey, you name it, when it comes to the pharmaceutical industry, and especially the manufacturing side. We can accelerate Alberta's potential as a global pharmaceutical center by focusing on the niche types of companies that would benefit from our expertise in the chemical manufacturing, as well as the clinical trials and the novel discovery type work that we do here in the province. When we're attracting companies to the region, really we should be talking about the province as a whole. You name it, there's something here that's attractive to a global company, and we've got people who are experts in their fields. The Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences here at the University of Alberta is within the top 15 in the world for pharmaceutical sciences. And that's the sciences that are used to build these companies. It's not the sort of initial discovery that seeds the company, but it's the technical knowledge that takes that discovery and shows that it's viable and can be put onto the market. And really that's where all of the investment is within the pharmaceutical industry when it comes to developing a drug. That's where the real economic growth is.